So right now is our favorite time of deer season. You know, we're coming up on November. It's time for rut to kick off. Everybody's looking forward to seeing all the action with the bucks chasing does and getting aggressive. It's our favorite time of year to move these cameras around and really get in the woods with the deer and try to find their travel corridors and rut funnels and scrape activity and everything else that goes into targeting bucks during the early part of November when the action's the highest. So we're gonna take you guys along and kind of show you guys what we do to move our cameras to help strategically get us in places where these bucks might be here in a couple weeks. So right here's a perfect example. We're kind of at the head of a big thermal hub that's down here. And off to our left here is fresh timbered ground. It's a lot of cut over and super tall thicket. A lot of the does on the property actually bed over here in this drainage, and this drainage over here, this thermal hub, has a lot more isolated cover. And what we'll often find is these bucks bedding on these isolated points within this thermal hub. And I think it's pretty obvious here. We've got a trail here that runs, I don't know, a third of the way down from the top, and it's absolutely covered in rubs. And this is leading directly to where I suspect there could be some mature buck bedding. What I'm kind of looking for when we're coming along these trails, we're running kind of the top third of this hill, which is pretty textbook for how these bucks might travel. And it seems as if this trail kind of leads to cross over in the saddle of this ridge into the doe bedding, and there's white oaks on this side. And you can see it's starting to get a lot thicker through here. And I'm seeing already some more rubs, quite large rubs on cedars. We've got the thermal hub on this side, and we've got a big drain on the other side where we think the does are bedding. And we're kind of standing in the tops at either of these drains where bucks could cruise through, cross over in this saddle, feel safe because they're in the low gap of the ridge, and hit the upwind side or hit the top of this doe bedding as the thermals are rising in the morning and catch all the does that are in heat. And as the month of November gets closer, that's gonna be the main priority of these bucks. They're gonna come out of their beds here, check these community scrapes, check on does, check the doe bedding, maybe eat on these white oaks that are up here to the top, and repeat. And it's gonna happen more and more consistently as the month of November gets here, and it's gonna start happening more frequently in the daylight. So I'll bet you if we hang a camera on this community scrape right here every day till November gets here, we're gonna see more and more buck activity. One thing we like to do with our cameras this time of year is run them on video mode, especially on scrapes or trails. If you run them on picture mode, you can get a good inventory and get good battery life. We like to run on video and run, 15, 20-second video where we can see how that buck is entering the scrape or entering the trail, or leaving the trail. And a lot of times you'll get pictures of deer that you wouldn't, or you would get a video of a deer that you wouldn't running it in video mode, because the first deer comes in, sets the camera off, it starts recording, the next deer comes in, you don't have to worry about a delay. So when you run a 15, 20-second video, you'll get more intel that way. It'll give you a lot more information about how to kill that buck in the future.